Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're under? Short boot, taken at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them. The screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown.
I was on him.
We're just getting started here.
I was on him.
Way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They run on first down with Jackson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 38, Mahomes. And that'll
be incomplete.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he's going to have another at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
first down. Jackson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, they want to do.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and through. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
60 out, boss.
On second down, Peyton looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long.
Hey, lock it.
He'll look to throw. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. They'll run on first down. Peyton down right around the 25. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Catch made, it's Moreau. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and 11. Running is Jacobs. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line, and a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. On comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop.
Oh, my God.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They fucked me on that one, man.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Of course he did.
Now here's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On first down, it's Jackson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go.
I knew it. I knew it.
The 30. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now it's Mahomes again. And this is going to be
Let's go!
Picked off by Demarius Randall.
Let's go!
As they're finally taken down.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target.
Yeah, sure
it'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
In the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They run the counter. Peyton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going for a right side here, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Daniel Carlson.
What the fuck? I called a timeout.
It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Carlson able to get this one.
Let's go.
And that will finish off this third quarter of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Hey, my quarterback is kind of a baller, bro. I don't know what that man is.
Here we go.
What legend you got? Bo Jackson. Who else you got on your team?
The Chiefs offense about set to
you got
begin
fucking
this
Randy
drive.
Moss.
They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Take that motherfucker down.
He goes down. Malik Collins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his
went through his progressions.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to...
Into heavy
Akeem.
traffic, and it's intercepted.
Akeem.
Akeem Talib. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36.
Yeah, I'll take it too.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton, and for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Let's go. 91. Leo. Go.
On 3rd down, Peyton. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Pilot, 64. Win. 5.
They'll run on first down. Peyton. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Rock it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now it's seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys,
lucky.
lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this looks defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Yes, sir.
Across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second and 5 now. Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Let's go.
3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
That should have been us. That should have been us.
I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
That should have been us.
Getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before.
How do you drop that, you dumb fuck? Corey Littleton.
Really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down.
Let me get that shit, cuz. Let me get that shit. Prince Akamara. Yeah, no, cuz. No.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I tell you
what a pickup! What a pickup on the Raiders part, bro.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return.
Walter, cuz.
Take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Motherfucking Walter, bruh.
With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful.
Yeah, Walter, son. Oh, that's a fucking flag.
Carlson.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground.
Get
him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mahomes going to throw. Caught Kelsey, left side. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. To throw, it's Mahomes. He can run for it, and he will.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quitting him.
0.
Now Mahomes' throw complete to his tight end, Kelsey. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when
this is caught by
Hill.
He
got it! Oh, my God. What a play, cuz.
Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come in. Oh, God. Okay. Dad. Hey, someone's here for you, man.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 2nd and 11. That is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Being chased out left.
I thought I could get away,
man. He can't
man.
get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's go! Let's go!
Goes down once more. Nick Kwiatkowski, his 2nd sack of the night. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes.
Let's go, baby. That pass rush is nasty.
You think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Mahomes now to throw. And
that's all right. Yeah, go play.
What a grab. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
It would be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now.
Oh, you dumb fucking idiot, man. Come on.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the
if you would have caught that, I would have been so mad. I would have been so mad.
You win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Let me make sure I got this fucker covered.
That leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one almost intercepted.
Should have been a pick.
Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Yes, sir.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because
hey, that's what I call winning formation.
I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Good games, eh?
So this one, a victory for the Raiders. So for the Raiders, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports at easports.com.